informative and contains my opinion and understanding of the subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Good to see everyone. Hi, Shelly. Welcome. Everyone, come on in. I have a crazy little ride for us tonight. I was like, well, I have to go live for this. Because for people that followed, I just started YouTube a little bit ago, so I'm still new. But so please subscribe if you're here and you're not subscribed. But anyway, with Kohberger, I used to do like a Google Trends thing, and people used to love it. So I was like, oh, cool. So sometimes I would go live and do that. So today I felt like I got the closest back to that than I had from before. So I decided to go on. You're new to my channel. I bet you it'll be a good thing. So make sure you subscribe. We're good over here. But anyway, so you guys, I found so much stuff. I started searching for the Anna Kepner case, and I just wanted to see what it was about. Drunk Turkey, DT from Drunk Turkey. If you don't know that channel, go over there. It's a great show, the DT show. You came from DT? Perfect. There you go. Well, he said that people were, telling him to look into the case. So I started to look into the case too, because I'm like, let me see. Then I don't know if I had an ADHD moment, but I just started like searching and going and oh my God. So I'm giving it one more second and then we're just going to get started because I have so much stuff to get to. Hi, Arlette. Hi, Jessica. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. You're a grad student in marriage and family therapy? I love that. My specialization is in marriage and family therapy. I'm teaching marriage and family therapy next semester. I love that. Stay in school, keep going for it. It'll be amazing. It's hard while you're getting your degree, but just stick it out. And it's like the hardest thing you'll ever love, other than being a parent. That is too. Hi, Zion. Come on in. So you guys, how about this? While we wait for other people, I'll put up one of the news articles first, and then I'll get us on the little journey that I went down today. So here we go. So let me share this. Yes, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so what's the first one I should do? Let me do, no, we're saving that one. Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm just doing an entire screen and let's see what happens. Also share system audio. There we go. Okay, so let's start all the way over here. Okay, here we go. So let's start over here. Okay, so let me make sure that you guys are seeing what I'm saying. Oh yeah, how can I make that bigger? Hold on. Let me try something else. Hold on. That way it doesn't look like that. Let me try something else real quick. Instead of that, let's try this. There we go. Let's do it this way. That way you guys can see it nice and big. Okay, all right, it's on the stage. We're good to go. So let me start by reading this and then I'll take us on our little journey. So this is from the U.S. Sun. Okay, so from the U.S. Sun. So it's saying that Anna Kepner's stepbrother screamed at her and threw chairs in Violent Row the night before she died on the Carnival cruise. So let me read this, and there's like a little video we can watch too if you want. So it says the stepbrother of Anna Kepner allegedly went into a violent fit the night before her death, throwing cabin chairs and screaming at the cheerleader inside her shared cabin on the Carnival Cruise Line ship. The shocking claims were made by Kepner's ex-boyfriend, Joshua Toe, who alleged the 18-year-old teen was uncomfortable being at home because of her 16-year-old stepbrother. So this is a picture of Anna Kepner, beautiful. And this is her ex-boyfriend. And this is the family picture of, this is Anna, this is her dad, this is her stepmom, Chantel, which we'll get to later. So this is why I'm making sure we know who this is. I believe this right here is the child of them two, but I could be wrong. We'll see. This could also be a child from a previous marriage. So I'm not sure yet, but we'll get to that. This is there's two stepbrothers here and another full brother. So she has two full siblings and two half siblings. And then this is stepmom and dad. Okay, so Joshua is her ex-boyfriend. So Joshua alleged his ex-girlfriend, whom he'd split with from 6 months before her death, would often sleep over at her friend's house because she was uncomfortable with her step relatives. She told me, and this is a quote, she told me that she was uncomfortable with them being at the house because she didn't fully know who they were. Joshua told reporters after Kepner's memorial on Thursday evening. Kepner and her family were at the tail end of their 6-day cruise when a housekeeper found the young cheerleader's body wrapped in a blanket, covered in life vests, and stuffed under a bed on the morning of November 7th. Joshua claimed that the youngest sibling on the cruise, who was staying in the same cabin as Kepner and her stepbrother, allegedly heard a violent altercation between the older teens on the night of November 6th. The young siblings allegedly told Joshua that he was knocked out of the room and heard yelling and chairs being thrown in the cabin. He heard him yelling at her in a harmful way, like, "Shut the hell up," Joshua alleged. And that's when he knew something was going on. There was something going on. Something was banging around, like chairs were getting thrown around in the room. Joshua claimed that the younger siblings stopped talking to him after the FBI intervened and warned the family about speaking out about the investigation. The ex-boyfriend said he passed along the information he gathered from the young child to federal investigators. The 16-year-old stepbrother was named a suspect in the death of Kepner in unrelated custody filings filed by his parents, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. The FBI has not named the 16-year-old as a suspect. In a hearing on Thursday, an attorney for Thomas Hudson, the teen's father, claimed his son was allowed to drink on the cruise, because it was on international waters. Does anybody know, is that like the rule? Because he was only 16. The teenagers were given their own room in which to stay, Hudson's attorney told the court. Just a lot of circumstances that showed that the mother in the case was not exercising appropriate supervision over this child or the other child involved. Hudson blamed his ex-wife's decision making for putting their two children's future in jeopardy and asking the court for more parental time, according to an emergency motion filed on Monday. The estranged ex-couple shared 3 children together, an adult child, the 16-year-old boy, and another 9-year-old boy. However, the attorney for Hudson's ex-wife, Chantel, who is also Kepner's stepmom, dismissed the concerned father's claims, telling the court that video evidence showed the 16-year-old was not drinking. Oh, look how beautiful she is. Rest in peace. And there goes the dad and the stepmom, and there she goes again. The issue that counsel raised about drinking, there are videotapes on the ship that confirmed that there was absolutely no drinking, says the attorney. Chantel's attorney revealed to the court that her client's 16-year-old was hospitalized for an undisclosed reason immediately after the incident. Did we know that? The teenager has since been released and is living with one of the mom's relatives, the attorney added. Chantel indicated to the court that her 16-year-old son has a psychiatrist appointment in early December. But as the mother was going to discuss the appointment further, the judge cautioned her not to speak without first seeking advice from her attorney. The estranged parents are due back in court on December 5th to address child custody arrangements, which I also have the court document for. So we'll come back to this in 1 second. So meanwhile, Joshua Kepner's ex-boyfriend made more disturbing allegations, claiming that his ex-girlfriend's stepbrother was obsessed with her. Joshua told reporters about a creepy incident where he allegedly witnessed Kepner's stepbrother climb on top of her as she laid in the bed. The ex-boyfriend claimed the incident occurred 9 months ago while he and Kepner were on a late-night FaceTime call. This is a quote from him. Anna was laying down and he walked in there and tried to get on top of her, but he got caught by me in the process of it. That's what Joshua alleges, the ex-boyfriend. I was like, what the hell are you doing in her room? Then he got scared and ran away. And I heard his footsteps running through the house because he got caught. Stephen Weston, Joshua's father, claimed that his son told him that Kepner's stepbrother was obsessed with her and was relentlessly pursuing her, despite their newly blended family. Weston told Inside Edition that Kepner was scared of her stepbrother because he always carried around a big knife. He also reiterated his son's claims that he allegedly caught Kepner's stepbrother climb in on top of her. He's like infuriated, attracted to her like crazy, Weston alleged. He always wanted to date her. Weston went on to claim his son tried warning Kepler's parents, but they didn't want to believe him. We'll come back to this too in a second. Oh, wait, that might be the end of that part. So wait, let's go back to that. All right, let's go back to this. So let's go back to this one first real quick, and then I'll see what you guys are saying. So this is the timeline. Well, first we should do the first one, who is Anna. But first, let me just see what you guys are saying. All right, let's see what's going on here. So we have, let's see. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much, mods, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you. So Ramona says she has 3 children of her own. Okay. Then is Anna's real brother, who is 14. Yes, I made like one PowerPoint slide, and it just shows. I tried to do the like family tree type thing, and I'm going to show you guys that in like 3 minutes. All right, let's see what else we have here. They say Anna was sleeping in the living room in their home, which only has 3 bedrooms. I wonder why the cruise ship didn't check how this was set up in the room, right? Sounds like he went to acute care. Really? Oh, so it was for mental health. Wow. So the parents were married for 1 year. Does anyone know if the father and Chantel have a child together? And then we have her father at one point protected her from him sick. Well, wait till you see, there's more. The dad's initial statement was very suspicious from the beginning, says Jessica. You guys wait till you see the things that I found. Okay, so let me just finish this up real quick because I just want to finish this up real quick. So who is Anna Kepner? So Anna was 18. She was a senior at Temple Christian School, a cheerleader. She was part of the graduating class of 2026. She has 2 full siblings, a brother who is 14 and a sister who is 9. Her father, Christopher, married her stepmother, Chantel, mother of 2, in 2024. But see, I have other information that Chantel has an older adult child and then was remarried and had 2 other children. The blended family relocated to Tittsville, Florida, about 40 miles east of Orlando. Kepner loved kids, dolphins, butterflies, arts and crafts, and doing puzzles with her Meemaw. She earned her boater's license before she could drive, and she was PADI certified to dive alongside her family. Oh, Kepner loved all kinds of music except heavy metal and had a soft spot for Shawn Menendez. She planned to join the U.S. Navy after graduation and later become a canine police officer. A Georgia Bulldogs fan through and through, just like her family. Anna dreamed of one day becoming a cheerleader for the Bulldogs. Oh. That's sad. And then the other one, the timeline of her death. She was a high school senior and cheerleader when she was found dead on a Carnival cruise ship on November 7th. On November 2nd, so first we're going to go back to November 2nd. So this is before, this is 5 days sooner. So on November 2nd, the Carnival Cruise Line's Horizon disembarks the port of Miami to begin its 6-day journey through the Caribbean with stops in Jamaica, the Grand Cayman, and Cozumel, Mexico before sailing back to Florida. Oh, wow. So you guys, this was 5 days before, but it was only a 6-day journey. So this must have been at the very end. Wow. On November 6th, Anna Kepner's family said that the 18-year-old teen was with them during the evening, but returned to her room early after telling them that she was not feeling well. On November 7th, the relatives grew concerned after she failed to show up when the family gathered for breakfast. On November 7th at 11:17 a.m., a housekeeper reportedly located Kepner's body under a bed in her cabin as the family searched the enormous vessel. Then on November 8th, the Carnival Cruises Horizon returned to the port. Wait, it turned to the port on the 8th? So, oh, God. So they had to stay in, oh gosh. Anyway, November 8th, the Carnival Cruises Horizon returned to the port of Miami after Kepner's body was discovered. The ship was en route to Mexico, but rerouted to Miami. Okay, that's what I want to know. Officials with the Miami-Dade Medical Examiner's Office boarded the vessel after it docked in Miami and removed Kepner's body. The FBI takes over the investigation as Kepner died in international waters. On November 9th, Kepner's family breaks the silence in a statement to ABC News, mourning the teen as someone who would light up any room she walked into. On November 17th, Kepner's stepmom filed an emergency motion in an unrelated custody hearing with her ex-husband, indicating the FBI is considering a criminal case against a young relative. The ex-husband of Kepner's stepmom filed a separate emergency motion revealing that a 16-year-old step-sibling is considered a suspect in the death of the stepchild during the cruise. The 16-year-old suspect was briefly placed into custody before being released. The young relative is currently staying with a third party at an unknown location. That's terrible, you guys, isn't it? Oh, that's terrible. Let's see. Hi, Tisa. Hi, Travis. All right, let's see. Sounds like he went to acute care. Okay, so I heard that. Okay, so it sounds like the parents are trying to protect the boy. Her father at one point protected her from him. That's where I was at. The dad's initial statement was very suspicious. No children together. Okay, thank you. They have a child together. I don't think they have kids together. Okay. Tabitha is the second mom who was his babysitter at the age of 15. He was charged for essay of father. Wait, what? Wait. Her real mother ended up in jail for having some kind of addiction. Wait, Tabitha is let me put this up here. We're going to get into this a little bit. That's why I'm interested in this one. So Tabitha is the second mom who was his babysitter. Who was whose babysitter at the age of 15? I'm going to show you guys what I found with that. I think I know what you're getting at there. So, okay, so let's see what we have. Just like a 3-hour cruise. Can you guys coming in, can you guys please hit like to hook me up? Please, please, please. That would help me so much. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. So just like a 3-hour cruise, dislikes heavy metal, smart girl. Sorry, I'm late, friends. I'm looking forward to hearing about this case. Hi, Tisa. Never too late. Oh, Maggie from Florida. Hi, Maggie. Welcome in. Okay, so the next thing I have for us, you guys, let me show you. All right, let's see. Let me X out what I already did so that I don't do it all at the same time. Okay, so I don't even know where to start. Actually, you know what? Let's start with, how about this? Let's start with my PowerPoint so that I could show you who everyone is. So let's see. I don't want to share my entire screen. Oh, did anybody hear that? Hold on one sec, you guys. Let me do it this way. How can I do this? I might just have to share my screen for this one, but it's okay. I'll do it real quick. Let's do it. All right. Welcome in, you guys. Oh, PowerPoint. I found it. Woo. All right, here we go. All right. So let me see if I can make this bigger. And we can get rid of this. Why isn't this going away? Go away, thing. Oh, there we go. All right. All right, so we're pretty good here. We could see. All right, so here we go, you guys. So this right here is Christopher Kepner. That is the dad, okay? So this is Anna's dad. This is what I found so far. He was born in 1984, okay? He first gets married to Heather Wright, who's also Heather Kepner. They get divorced. I found all kinds of documents that I'm going to show you guys in a minute, which is how I put all this together. So just so you guys know, I got my information right from the court documents from their county, which I'm going to show you everything evidence of in about 3 minutes. Okay, so Heather Wright is his first wife. They got divorced. Hold on, I have my notes. I did so much research. They get divorced on, wait, which one's this? I have so much stuff over here. Okay, so Heather Wright and him, they split in 2012. Okay, so Anna was approximately 5 years old. All right, so she was approximately 5 years old. However, they split in 2012, but they have one full brother born in 2011, but I also have a full sister in 2016. So I'm not sure what that's about, but they split a long time ago. But I have that she has a full brother and a full sister. And I have the ages of, and again, this all came from court documents. I have 2011 and 2016. I believe, yeah, this is a brother, this is a sister. Then he gets married to Tabitha Kepner and has at least one half sibling in 2011. Oh, there's at least two. 2011 and 2016, there's a half sibling. But this is the thing. She has a full sister that's also born in 2016. So that was like, wait, what? So this is just so, oh my gosh, you guys, look. Anna's half sibling was born in 2011, and so was her full brother. That's messy. And it gets even messier. So wait, they get divorced in 2012. Oh my God, you guys. So many things just clicked in my head. All right, let's go over to here. So then let's fast forward because I am going to get back to this. We're going to get back to Tabitha in a minute. So Christopher then marries Chantel. Chantel was married to Thomas Hudson. So she was Chantel Hudson until about 2024, I believe is what I read. I think it was 2024. Yes, 2024. They get divorced. But while they're married, they have an adult child, and then the suspect, who is the son, okay? But I feel there was 7 siblings, which this would make sense. There's a missing sibling is what I'm getting at. So in the obituary, they list 7 siblings. So here I have 2 full, right? So that's 1, 2, and then 2 half, 3, 4, and then 5, 6 is the step. And then I don't know if there's a half sibling and that's 7, or if there's another child here between her and Hudson, Thomas Hudson. Or is there an adult child from neither, and her and Hudson have 2 kids? So there's one kid that I am not sure where that child comes from. So let me explain my colors over here. So when you see this teal color, this is his marriages, or these are just marriages in general. So this is his marriage to her, her, and then her marriage to him. Then when you see the red are all his children. So he has the 3 children with the first wife, 2 children with the second wife, and maybe 1 child with the third wife, because in 2 of the things that I read, like, and they were 2, like, well-respected. I can't remember if it was, I don't know. I don't want to say because I can't remember, but it said that she had half siblings from previous marriages is what it said, which I was confused because I felt like they just recently got together within the past few years. So if anybody knows, just let me know. But it does say in her obituary that she has 7 siblings from her 2 full siblings to the rest of them being half and step siblings. So there you go. So there's 1 kid that I wasn't sure of. So that's what the red was. They're all who I think might be his kids. Then we have over here the purple, and the purple is for Chantel and Thomas Hudson's child. So this is just a little slide I put together. I could probably share it in a post later if anyone's interested. I could do that. Okay, so now let me come back here. Let me see what you guys are saying. So we have, yes, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. The biological mom is definitely a tweaker. What does that mean? I feel sad for Anna because she did suffer a lot in this family, 100%. Not only that, I think they said that she wanted to go into the military, and I know that there was other military connection. We'll see, because I do have documents up. I don't know if it's the dad or the mom. It might be the dad has military in his background too. So I'm not surprised she wouldn't go into the military. And part of me wonders if she wanted the structure of the military and the identity of it, right? And getting away from the family that she just felt constant turmoil in. There were a few news things that I saw where it looked like they might have been her social media. They were her social media now that I think about it. But long story short, they were just showing how she was like, thanks, Mom, for like not taking me on a cruise. And then they split to her grandparents. And she's like, thanks, Mom, for taking me, or whatever the case may be. So there is a little bit of resentment there, I feel. So her bio mom looks pretty rough. Let's see. So we have 28 likes. You guys, there's 60 of us in here. Can everybody hit the like button for me? That would help me so much. I would appreciate it. And subscribe if you can. And don't worry who's late. Oh, look, a squirrel, you're here. That's all that matters. All right, so let's go to the next thing that I have for us. All right, so let's take this one down, and we will go to our next screen. Okay, let's do this one first. All right, which one's this? So let me just make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. You are? Okay. Okay, you guys, here we go. All right, so this first one I looked up, this is, okay, let me just show you what I did first. Let me go here. So I went to the Brevard electronic court application. I went to their county, and I saw that they had like a public records search. So I was like, let me search. But I wasn't really finding much. So I'm like, something's not right, because I saw like stuff from like a motion type thing for custody recently, but that was it. And then I saw that it said somewhere, like real little, that if you don't manipulate the date, that it only does the past 12 months. So I manipulated the date and I put it back to 1980 because he was born in 1984. So I was like, hopefully nobody has a 4-year-old record, right? So I put his name in. I did a name search, a public record search, and this is what I found, you guys. So the first thing I found was he was a defendant, and his date of birth is 5/19/1984. So that's where I got the 1984 in my PowerPoint slide. And this was for a traffic infraction. Instead of clicking on all of these things, just know that you guys can access this, but this is just the brevardclark.us/Becca/name_display.cfm. But it's right up here on my screen, or you could just go to the website and look it up if you'd like, but that's where I found everything. However, to get the documents, you have to pay. So if anyone's interested in me getting any of the documents, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. So the next thing, so over here, this is, instead of opening these up, over here, it pretty much tells you what happened. So for this first, in 2004, he had a traffic infraction for a safety belt violation. He paid a fine for that, and then we move on. Next, 11/14/2006, he got another traffic infraction. This time, improper. I said imposter. I just read two different things at the same time. I apologize. Improper operation on certain roadways. So this was dismissed. So we move on. Then on 11/16/2007, we have criminal traffic. And for this one, no motor vehicle registration, guilty. And then attach license tag improperly or not assigned. That's bad. And he was found guilty on that too. Oh, that's not good, you guys. Not at all. But we move on. Then we have this one, okay? This one, I was like, what in the actual is this? All right. Okay. So we have, oh no, wait, this isn't the one. Sorry. This is a boating one. Sorry. He was found guilty again and just paid a fine. Then we have another traffic one, speed. He is adjudicated, withheld by the clerk, it says. This is the one right here. You guys, look at this. So this is her dad, Anna's dad, Christopher Purcell Kepner. That's how we know it's him, and it's not just another Christopher Kepner. Like over here, it says Christopher Kepner. But over here, it has that middle name, and Purcell isn't a very common middle name. So I was like, what is this? So it says for S violence on 12/8/2008. So I was like, okay, well, what's that? So let me see. We have, let me get the right one up real quick. All right, this is it. Share this tab. Okay. Okay, you guys, sit down. So we have Christopher Donahue versus C Donahue versus C Kepner. Okay, this is the case information. So the case was originally disposed on 12/8/2008 as a SUV charge. Okay, so follow along. So there's two petitioners. Petitioner one is right here. So we have Christina Danette Donahue. Okay, and then we have a second one, restricted name. Don't forget that. There's a restricted name right here. Okay. Who is it against? The respondent? We have it right here. So we see his name right here. These are all court documents. Okay. So we look into it. There's all kinds of things here. We could probably, I wonder, it doesn't have, on some of the other ones, they have like locks on it, and they don't have that here. So I bet you I could pay to print these. But anyway, the point of this is that it eventually gets dismissed after hearing. Okay? It's dismissed after hearing. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. If there's two names, then this is probably a parent of this person because it's restricted. So I'm like, that had to be a minor. I believe it might say it over here too if I was looking. No, it doesn't. Let's see. Okay. Anyway, so I'm like, how do we figure out who this person was? And I'm like, not that I want to expose the person, obviously, but I just wanted to see if there was any further connection. You guys are going to die. So first, let me tell you the connection. Okay. So the connection is the dad, okay? He's 41 now, all right? Follow me here. His ex-wife, Tabitha, who he has children with, is now 33 years old. They have a 7.5-year difference in age. You might be thinking, well, I was 22 and my husband's 29, like whatever, no big deal. But the problem is when you do the math from the dates from this document in 2008, that would make him 24 years old and this person 16. Okay, so 24 and 16. That is a big difference. Follow me here. So I'm like, how do I find out who this is? So I do a little bit of searching. And I find, wait, hold on. I have to see which one it is. Oh, here we go. I find this awesome page, right? This is Fugitive TV, it's called. And so everybody go over to Fugitive TV. Fugitive TV, I will put your link in my description as soon as this is over. I found this at the very last minute. I was like, I knew that there was a connection and had to find it. So I think we found it. So let's take a look at this. Oops, hold on, wrong button.
But then again, this last name Donahue. So while I was trying to look at Christopher Kepner's background, okay, I noticed that charge did not come up, but it's because it was dropped. But it showed a relation to Christina Donahue.
So Christina Donahue is actually the claimant or the person on the court document.
And I was like, wow, Christina Donahue is the one who tried to put the charge on him in the first place, who is supposedly the young girl's mom who was 15. I was like, why is she showing up as a relation to him?
So the information he has is that the girl was 15. I do the math and I get 16, but 15, 16, both are inappropriate in this particular case.
First of all. So then I started looking, right? And then if you go to under relatives, you have right here, Tabitha Lynn Harper. That is his ex-wife. Tabitha is the ex-wife. Tabitha is the 15. She is now 33. Okay? Tabitha was 15 when it happened. So eventually what he did was marry her later on. This is why the mom dropped the charges. Okay.
What do you guys think about that? So here, this is alleged, okay? This is all alleged, but this is alleged, and I have to go back and I want to see if I can find this exact same thing that he finds here, but I knew there was a connection, and the more I dug into it, and then I found this, and I'm like, oh my God, what are the chances of this? So I don't think it says anything else.
She's 33 now, but she was 15 in 2008. Yeah, she's 33 now, but she was 15 in 2008. So do the math, and that equals, depending on her birthday, 33 years old. He married the person he assaulted when they were underage.
Okay, so what do you guys think about this? You guys, what do you think? Ooh. Oh my gosh, welcome, Coca-Cola. Thank you, Coca-Cola. Yes, I want to buy documents. Thank you. Oh my God, you are amazing. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. I am definitely going to use this to get documents. I promise. I want to see what we find. I mean, who knows? I've never done the, document buying stuff, and I'm going to try it. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Look below. Register of actions. Cause of actions. Eschewal something. Look below. Register of actions. Wait, let me put this bigger so I could see. Oh, you mean back in the court filing? Let me see. Hold on. Let's get to that one again. Oh, here we go. So is this the one you're talking about? Look under. Hold on. Let's see what you were saying. You said look below register of actions, cause of action, eschewal something. But yes, it was eschewal assault, right? Great sleuthing. Thank you. I try. Thank you. Chantel has 3 children. 2 live with her. The oldest lives with the dad. So there is an adult son. Thank you so much, Maggie. So you guys, there is an adult son, okay? And then she has 2 children. 2 live with her. The oldest live with the dad, which is probably why they had the children with the 5 in the picture that we saw. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then we have, I'm still trying to figure out the relationship out. Simplify it, please, what you're seeing here. So this is what I'm seeing, Shelly. Let me tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that this dad, okay, yeah, this case is super crazy. Come in, Casey. Thank you for being here. So this means that the dad would have been charged and possibly found guilty of SA when a 15-year-old, when he was 24 years old, which is alarming, right? Why is it alarming, and what does it have to do with this case? Well, one, it has to do with something in the fact that, like, why did he even think that it was proper for these kids to stay in the same room? I'm not sure. But then again, I don't want to judge here because I'm thinking about it, and I can't say that, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to judge there. I don't know. Oh, wait, we have somebody with all caps, which means it's important here. So first wife had 2 children raised by dad. Tabitha had 2 children. Chantel has 3 children. 2 live with her. Oldest lives with dad. Thank you. Absolutely alarming because he didn't protect his daughter. Allegedly, in my opinion, of course. Casey, I totally agree with you here. You guys, I totally agree with that. And I think that it shows that the dad didn't really see. I mean, you guys, if that's true, that is alarming. What else is alarming is that we see the dates of the children being born overlapping. So if you remember just from my PowerPoint, which I could probably show again real quick. Let's see. Let me pull that PowerPoint back up. Of course, hold on. Here we go. Oh, I don't know where my PowerPoint went. But anyway, if we were looking at the PowerPoint, which I'll find in a second, I want to see if one of my kids will come with the dogs out. Because, of course, Thor, my dog, loves to make an entrance all the time. Okay, let's see. Let's see who comes down and helps me. All right. All right. So here we go. Dr. Vona, I'm a little behind, so don't know if you connected this yet. But his first wife, A's mom, was a teen when they married. Shut the actual F up. So Tabitha, the second wife, is the one that I was just focused on because I was like, oh, she's a teen. But I couldn't find the first wife. So I was going to ask. I searched her maiden name and stuff, and I found too many of the people with her name. So, like, what else do we have here? People are like yelling at me. Hold on. 7 kids, 2 from the first wife, 2 from the second wife. Chantel has 3 children, 2 live. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for that. Thor's smart. Thor knows Squirrel loves him and wants to say, hey, baby Thor, I'm so sorry, but no wonder she wanted to join the Navy and run away from this. I totally agree. I don't think either one of my kids are going to help me out here, you guys. What is wrong with them? Hello? I'm so good to these kids. They better get my... Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll text. Meanwhile, I could have just probably let Thor out in the meantime, but I'll text my daughter's girlfriend and she'll come. She's upstairs. Okay. So anyway, you guys, someone's coming. I hear someone. I bet you it's my daughter's girl. Oh no, they went in the bathroom. I thought someone was going to come help me. Thor, come here. Come here, buddy. I know you just want attention. He's looking at me like, yeah, I do. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of people coming on in. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. Come on in. So you guys, does anybody here think that it's inappropriate that she's 18 and he's 16 and then her biological 14-year-old brother, that they were all staying in the same room? Because let me tell you why. I'm trying to think about it. And I'm like, if we were going on a cruise, like let's say we wanted to go on a cruise, but it's a lot of money. Maybe you save some money or maybe you get a better room or something. You know, I don't know. So it must have been like expensive to get more than one room for the kids. So I'm trying not to judge there. But does anybody like think that it's strange? Like, would you have, I don't know, what would these sleeping arrangements have been for other people here? Because I'm not really sure. I've never been on a cruise before, so I'm not really sure. I hear the rooms are really, really small, so I'm not really sure. So we'll see. Okay. Hi, Addie. Come on in. Welcome. I don't think they should have been together. Girls in one, boys in the other. So that's interesting, Casey. So you're saying like her and the stepmom maybe stay together, the dad and the two boys stay together maybe? Is that what you mean? If you can only afford 2 rooms, then the girls in one, boys in the other. Okay, advocate absolutely agrees with you. If it were me personally, the mom and the daughters would have been, everybody agrees, you guys. Every single person agrees here. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth. They should not have been in the same room. Okay, no bio siblings with hormones don't need to share rooms. No messy socks allowed under my daughter. Gotcha, you guys. I actually agree with you guys here, right? I think that that would have been the right thing to do as well. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh my gosh, Addie. Thank you. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm like dying right now. Thank you. I'm blushing. I appreciate you, Addie. I appreciate you, Coca-Cola. I appreciate all of you. Thank you to my mods. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Please hit like and let's keep going. So I have more things to show you, you guys. Thank you again, Addie. Let's see. I wonder how we know. How do we know? Wait, hold on. I'll tell you in 1 second who our newest members are because we have to welcome everyone. I have to come up with like a way to welcome people when this happens. And I also want to come up with something where we're like, I don't know, we can have some kind of like sound effect or something. I don't know. I'm being corny, but let's see. Who did they go to? They went to Jeannie Morganson, Coca-Cola. There we go. Coca-Cola. Look at that. Is she ADHD? I'm ADHD, but welcome aboard. We have Jana. Welcome. We have Amanda. Welcome. And Neuro VX. Welcome. You guys, hopefully you'll go say thank you. And that's awesome, right? Amazing. Thank you so much. I am so appreciative. You have no idea. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. While you appreciate my passion, thank you. I am so passionate. I'm like such a research nerd. So that's why I started sleuthing today. I was like, I need to figure this out. How long had he been with the stepbrother's mother again? That's it. Oh, I think since 2024. So I think for about a year. So everybody pretty much is 100% in agreement here that if they were in the same situation, that they would have split the mother with the daughter and then the father. Thank you. I love you. I told you, you guys, I just told 124 people that I bet you, because I texted you and my daughters. And I said, my daughter's girlfriend's the one that's going to come down and save me. And you did. So I love you. My daughters can go scratch. How about that? Okay, you guys. So I'm back. they've been together for about a year, the dad and this new wife, but he has the two other wives that he had before. And somebody had mentioned, I'm not sure who it was again, but somebody had mentioned that the mom, her mom, wait, look, you guys, I can like play around with this and I have ADHD. So 1 second. We can make it bigger and tall. Look at that, you guys. Now we got it going. We got it going on. Okay, so someone mentioned that the first mom was a teenager when they married. That's alarming. Then the second mom was a teenager when they were together, and not only a teenager, but so young that her mom presses charges against him and only drops them because they get married and have kids together. I don't know. So let's see what we have here. We have, okay, so I don't know how to say your name, so let me see. Do I say IR 1974? I'm sorry if I messed it up. I just got here, and maybe you covered this, but she was scared of him, and he was obsessed with her. Yes. Yep. That is a great point, you guys. Why didn't anybody check on her? I was thinking that, and I forgot to say that earlier. So great point. Like, wouldn't you have gone and checked on her? So it's like bad enough that they were sleeping, mixing the boys and the girls, but now nobody goes and checks on her. Like, they said that she didn't feel good. So that was just interesting to me that she didn't feel good. Yes, boys in one, girls in another, especially one or both parents must know the obsessive boy's behavior towards Anna. Ding, 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 ding. See, this is why I need another sound effect, because I would have did one right here. I agree 100% with that. And I think that that's really smart, right? Oh, wait, you guys, I do have one. Ready? Can you guys hear that? That sounded goofy. I never did that before. But anyway, you get an applause for that one. That was good. All right. So now what do we have? I'd like to know, why did the parents let him carry a big knife around? Darlene, isn't that the $64,000 question? Crazy, right? Oh, wait, I must be behind somewhere. Here we go. So now we have, congratulations to the new members. You appreciate my passion. The bio dad should have zero custody of any kids. The bio mom gave an interview saying the bio dad engaged in parental alienation. She had a rug issue, but obviously bio dad had issues too. Yep. Dad's social boundaries are screwed up. Then we have, I have been a member, but thank you. Yes, I know, Coca-Cola. That's why I'm so excited you got this one. And Tabitha was Anna's babysitter. Oh, that's what, I think that's what they were trying to say earlier. Who was it that tried to say it? One of you tried to say it earlier, so I do apologize. That's what you were trying to say. So the second wife, Tabitha, was Anna's babysitter, which actually makes sense, you guys, because if you think about it, if he gets married to Tabitha and leaves Anna's mom, and we know that she goes with him, then Tabitha probably was more like a mother figure to her, even more so than this newer wife, right? So, you know what I mean? Oh, it was a second wife. Okay, Maggie. Thank you, Maggie. It really is a thing. They want them while they are young, and then they drop them when they start to look grown, like older age. Oh, look, a squirrel. It's just called an essayer, right? But no, you're right. There is a thing where, people are attracted in younger people, and then once the person starts to age, they continue on to the next person. It's terrible. I like to know, why did the parents let him carry a big knife? Sorry, I already read that. I remember the ex-boyfriend said the stepbrother had tried to climb on top of her. Yes. I do think the parents were aware of the way that he was acting, and let me tell you why. Let me go to my next document. Wait, it says the ex-boyfriend said he told the parents and they were aware, and they didn't believe him. What part of the country are they from? No, it's not judgy. What part of the country are they from? I'm pretty sure that her ex-boyfriend said that at least one parent was aware of the stepbrother's inappropriate behavior towards her. I believe so too. I believe so too. Oh, it was you? Thank you, Ramona. And then here we go in Florida. Awesome, you guys. So let me show you the next thing I have. Ready? Let me show you. Oh, wait, it says 7 kids. We saw that part, right? And then 3 children, 2 live with their oldest. So his dad's second wife has the youngest babysitter. He had an affair with the charges dropped because he married her. Yes, Maggie, that's what I was showing us too. So it's crazy, right? He had a custody date set soon after the cruise. So I actually have that. Let's see which one that is. I have it. And it's for, what's this one? Oh, let me show you this one. Let me show you this. All right, is it this one? Let's see. This one is Kepner versus Kepner. Okay, so then I'm like, which Kepner? Because he's got a couple wives. So then I looked and it was him versus Tabitha. Okay, so this is for the dissolution of their marriage. And it says here, affidavit regarding military service. That's what I noticed when I said that I saw something with referring to the military. And then it just shows like court fees and stuff. There's so much here, you guys. But there's 256 pages here that we could possibly download, but I don't know what I'd find here. But then it just shows that there was a dissolution of marriage on 11/26/24. It was filed on 3/31/23. So let's see what else I have. So this one, okay. So this one here, I searched the name Tabitha Kepner, and I found she has like some traffic infractions, auto negligence. I'm not sure what that was. Then we have DV without children. So Kepner versus Harper. Who's Harper? Wait. No, because the other one was Hudson. So who's Harper? Let's see, you guys. DV on 12/16/21. Kevin Harper. I wonder who that is, sir. Dismissed after hearing. So this was dismissed. That's so interesting, right? So that was dismissed. So then we have dissolution of marriage, right? So over here, if we click on this, this brings up what we were just looking at, just from a different perspective. So this is from her court pages. There's a lot of financial stuff here. Yeah, so we already saw that from his, so I'll continue. Then we have small claims court, which I'm not getting in her business with that. But it says like a debt type thing. And then 5 current cases returned. So that's what we saw total. So let's close this one. And let's see, what are you guys saying now? Yes, David, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Kakola. I have 178 people in chat right now, and I am bewildered and appreciative and blessed. So thank you. Thank you all for being here. Okay. Yes, right? I know, Casey, I'm dying over here. Thank you, guys. Actually, what is it? Let me see. Let me see if I could do this real quick before I even. Okay, I can. So let me go over here and Let's do it, you guys. So I am going to gift. If we get to 200 people, let's get up to 200 people. When we get to 200 people, because I know we will, I will gift 5 memberships. We're only 7 away, so let's see what happens. I'll gift 5 memberships as soon as we get to 200, which I know we're going to do. Oh no, now we drop back down. Maybe I'll gift them anyway. I don't want people to, the people that are here should get rewarded. So let me do this. I'm going to do it regardless. You could tell I have my my degree in psychology. Just in case anybody doesn't know, I do have my bachelor's and master's in counseling psychology. I have a specialization in marriage and family therapy, and I have a doctorate in education, in higher education. And I did my dissertation on the effects of social media on the identity development of 18 to 24-year-old young adult learners. I couldn't get all of that out at once. But anyway, so I'm coming from this from, yeah, right, Mary? Let's see what happens. All right, so let's do this. Let me share. I think it's this one. Yeah, it is. Okay, ready? Let's do this, you guys. Let's see who gets them. Congratulations. And they go to Thomas, McCarthy, Chantel, Cindy from sunny South Florida. What does that say? Veganella Vegan, welcome. Marie Antoinette, welcome, you guys. So welcome aboard. I'm so glad to have you here. Welcome. I'm just excited to have you here. So that's awesome. And look, you guys, see, I believe in fate. We got up to our 200 real quick. It dropped back down a couple, but we went up to 200. So we got there anyway. So there we go. So let's see, what do we have over here? So I did this real quick. How do I get rid of this over here? There we go. So there you go. Congratulations to the people that got gifted a membership. I'm so excited. We have 10 new members tonight, you guys. That's so exciting. So Anna should have had a room by herself. So Maggie, let's just say, because I don't want to assume that they had enough money to have a third room, right? Oh, you're welcome, you guys. So thank you for my nice background of education. And I've been a professor for 22 years. I forgot that part. And I'm a research psychologist. I forgot that too. And look, we're over 206 now. This is so exciting, you guys. Thank you. Wait, they are burning up the Facebook page. Really? What Facebook page? We have another gifted membership from Cindy from South Florida. Thank you for paying it forward, Cindy from South Florida. I am so excited, you guys. I feel like I could cry. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. So who got it? Mary? Welcome. I'm so excited. That was so sweet of you, Cindy. I can't even tell you. You guys are so supportive, and I'm at like a loss for words. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's go back to this real quick because I feel bad. But if everybody hit yes, we have over 200 watching. I'm dying. So everybody, I appreciate you. And go hit that like button. Please. It would really help me. So let me get on to the other things, or we're going to be here all night. So let me show you what else I have so I can stop talking real quick and see what else I have. So over here I have, the petitioner is Thomas Hudson. So Thomas Hudson is the ex-husband of Chantel, who is now married to Anna's dad, but was Chantel Hudson in this court document, okay? So this right here is for, what was this one? This one was for dissolution of marriage, and this happened 11/20. Oh, look at that, you guys. Dissolution of marriage, 11/20/2025. But at first, the first one is for 10/28/2024. Then it was reopened on 11/4/2024. Then, what's that? Domestic modify and then domestic contempt enforce. Reopen. I don't know what that means. So motion for contentment and enforcement. And then there was a counterclaim on 12/3/24. And then 11/17/25, we have dissolution of marriage. What was the date of this? The 7th, right? 11/7. So 10 days later. Oh, wow. And then it says 11/17, dissolution of marriage, emergency motion to continue. And then on 11/20/2025, dissolution of marriage, motion for order. And then we have here what I found was Chantel paid, it says amount assessed, so $696 for the filing fee and credit receivable. Then we have over here, let's see. Oh, then they have a hearing. So this is what else I found. I found that they had a hearing on, and they also got a refund from the IRS. But then they had a filing fee, so they still wound up paying something. But anyway, they have a hearing scheduled for 12/5/2025, which we just saw in that other document that I read, right? So we saw that. And then there's another one. So that says private family mediation. Then it says, oh no, sorry, that one says it's at the Moore Justice Center. Sorry about that. And it's a hearing at 9 a.m. And then on 12/17/2025 at 2:30 p.m., there's another hearing in the Moore Justice Center that is already scheduled. So that's new that, we're seeing now. And then it says on 11/20, right now it's 11/22. So 2 days ago, we had a case management conference. So we'll see what happens with that. But I found that. So then what else did I find here? Let's see. I found, let me share this tab instead and then get rid of the other one so I don't do the same one twice. This one here, I have Tabitha versus Kevin Harper. You guys, Kevin Harper is the one that she had the domestic V with. When 12/10/2021, which again, all of these go and in between them. Hold on one sec. Sorry. Over here we have, oh, we did this one already. This is the one, just in case anybody's just coming in. This was like the bombshell here. This is Christina Donahue is allegedly Tabitha's mom. Tabitha is Christopher Kepner's second wife. The allegation here is that Christina, the mom, pressed charges for the minor, see the second petitioner here, and pressed charges for sexual violence on 12/18/2008. She would have been a minor, okay, Tabitha. She would have been one content creator has her at 15 at that age. I have her at around 16. Either way, it's completely inappropriate. He was 24. But the mom drops the charges after he marries Tabitha. What do you guys think about that? Then I found, what's this one? Did we do this one yet? This one, let me go back up to the top and see. Dissolution of marriage. Oh yeah, we did this one. This was their dissolution of marriage. We did this. So let me share this tab. Sorry, I hope I didn't give you like seasickness. All right, this one is, okay, so this was Kepner's. There might be other ones in here that you guys might want to go look at. The one that I was really interested in was this one right here. I thought that was, and then, I was able to find all that other stuff with that. And then over here, we just have another dissolution. We have his dissolution of marriage, which it winds up being the same thing as Tabitha's. So I'm not going to show that same thing twice. And then let me see what this is. Oh, okay. This last one here, or one of the last things I have here. This is Hudson versus Hudson. Did I show you this one yet? Yes, dissolution of marriage. So this is, so him and his, the point of this one was to show that him and his current wife, I don't know when they got married, if they got married. This wasn't filed until 11/20/2025, which I thought was interesting. That was 2 days ago. Well, that was the status date. Sorry, status date. The filing date was over a year ago. My bad. And then over here we have the petitioner, Thomas Hudson, and then respondent, Chantel, and then the state of Florida Department of Revenue. No, I didn't know that part. So you guys, look at all this stuff. There's a ton of stuff here I could request too, I think. 256 pages of it. So yeah, we could look into that. But again, that upcoming court hearing is important here. So this next thing we have, I'm almost done with my tabs. The next thing I have for you guys is right here. So this was an emergency motion for the continuance of a hearing on petitioner's motion for contempt and enforcement. This comes from Scribd. So it says, comes now the respondent, Chantel Hudson. And wait, what's the date on this? I apologize. The date on this, the 18th Judicial Court, petitioner, former husband. Where is the, did I miss the date? Oh, it's right there, 11/17/2025. It says the respondent, Chantel Hudson, by and through the undersigned counsel, hereby files this motion for continuance of a hearing on petitioner's emergency motion for contempt and enforcement, which is set for December 17th. So this was the second one that we saw. So I thought that this was important because I was able to find this document that coincides with that date that I just showed you guys. So this is set for December 17, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. to be rescheduled, and as grounds therefore would state as follows. The undersigned counsel is the attorney of record and has been retained by the respondent in this instant action. Number 2, an extremely sensitive and severe circumstance has arisen wherein the respondent mother will not be able to testify at the hearing at this time. Currently, there's an investigation being conducted by the Federal Bureau of Investigations, or the FBI, arising out of the sudden death of 18-year-old Anna Kepner, who was found deceased on November 9th. It was. I thought it was November 7th, 2025. I guess it was the 9th. I don't know. On a Carnival cruise. As Anna Kepner, the deceased, is the daughter of the respondent's paramour, and the respondent and the minor children of this instant action were all on the cruise ship together. Number 3, the respondent has been advised through the discussions with the FBI investigators and her attorneys that a criminal case may be initiated against one of the minor children of this instant action. Number 4, the respondent's privilege against self-incrimination must be invoked pursuant to the Florida Constitution Article No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, or be twice put in jeopardy for the same offenses, or be compelled in any criminal manner to be a witness against oneself. Any testimony the respondent may give, either written or oral, could be prejudicial to her or her adolescent child in this pending criminal investigation. Therefore, the respondent cannot be compelled to testify. Wherefore, the undersigned counsel requests that this court continue and reschedule the hearing on the petitioner's emergency motion for contempt and enforcement set for December 17, 2025 to be continued until the criminal investigation has been concluded and any other relief it determines to be reasonable and just. And then it says the remainder of the page is left blank. And then it says the certification of service. I hereby certify that this is true and correct, da, 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 and it's just a law attorney. And then the next thing I found, I'm getting there, you guys. Let me see, is there anything over here I need to say? New comments. The reason people are saying the family, dad, and mom should also be charged is because they didn't check on her when they came back. They got up in the morning and didn't check on her. That's terrible. Thought she went to the gym. Meanwhile, if I'm on a cruise, the last thing I'm trying to do personally is go to the gym. But that's just me. I'm not saying other people would do that. I feel sorry for this girl on so many levels. She probably just wanted to have a good time on that cruise and was willing to put up with a perv to do it. No way she could have foreseen that. Yeah, I totally agree with you there. Oh my God, you guys, there's 300 people in here. I'm dead. Hang on. The stepmom is very toxic for her children. They need some kind of protection. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with that. Absolutely. You guys, thank you for being here. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate you. Oh, I love this emoji. That's so cute. Daughter was 18. They should have checked on the son. Okay, so what do you guys think about that? What Stella's saying, that because she's 18. See, this is the reason I would have still checked on her. I have a 17-year-old who's going to be 18 in a few months in January, and my other daughter's 22. So even if we were going on vacation after she's 18, if my kid was 45 and doesn't feel good, right, aren't I going to go in and see if they're okay? So, and let me tell you, like you said, hi, Lauren, like you said, Stella, they should have went in and checked on the kid too, right? So that should have, even if they didn't go check in on her, at least go check in on the son and see what's going on. Oh, wait, what does this say? So Kelly Dime. Hey, Kelly, have you guys seen the video that's going around claiming that Anna's running away from a young male through a hallway? No, I did not see that. No, I want to look into that. Oh, yeah, so here we go. Yeah, just me. His opinion. Exactly. My daughter is 25 and I'm still going to check in on her. Exactly. So, and if my mom didn't check in on me, you guys, I'd be upset. I'd be like, all right, that she's having fun, but you could have at least called me something. I don't know. Yeah, should have checked, but not chargeable. I agree with that. And then Shelly Malone says, no, Kelly. So I don't know if that was where that information came from, just so you guys know. I know, you guys, look at what's going on. I have 333 people in here. I'm dead right now. Is that like angel numbers or something? Yeah, it's so sad. I heard that they have security video of Anna and the stepbrother fighting in the lounge that night too. Wow, you guys, that's crazy. Why he wrapped her? Maybe this intention was throwing her to the sea. You know what, Sandy? I don't know what his intention was, but he had to know that there was cameras everywhere on that ship, right? Like, wouldn't you think that? I mean, maybe he didn't, but you would think that he would know that there's cameras on the ship. Oh, yeah, right? Yes, okay. I had not heard that, Kelly. So then we have the stepmother was very neglectful. I blame her, not just the stepbrother. There will be a full autopsy conducted, correct? I believe so. I believe there will be a full autopsy. But I do believe that right now, what they have found is that she had bruising on either side of her neck, and they think that that may have been from a chokehold, and that he may have came behind her and put her in a chokehold. And think about how terrible that is, right? Like, first you would, and just so anybody knows, I don't know why I remember this. I think we took like self-defense in like senior year of high school, and this probably is no longer accurate, but I can remember them putting us in a chokehold and them saying to like fall, and that should like, but who knows that, I mean, you could be laying down and then the chokehold, you could fall, there's nowhere you're going. I don't know what the circumstance was. But either way, he had her so tight that I don't think it would have mattered had she tried to fall out from it. She has bruising on her neck from it. So not only do you hold somebody long enough to where they pass out, but then you have to continue. Like once you pass out, that's not it, right? Like it takes a while for someone to die via strangulation, and it's just terrible. Then we have Lisa says, I'm 49, and if I'm sick, my mom absolutely checks in on me still. I just feel so awful. This poor girl was close to going off to college. She was actually going to go into the military, and probably college as well. Hey, everyone. I heard he was drinking and obsessed with the sister. That's what I hear too. I don't care if it's my 50-year-old son or my 15-year-old grandson. If somebody leaves the table and goes back to the room, as soon as I'm done dinner, I'm checking in on them before I do anything else. And exactly. See, I agree with you 100% here. I don't know if that's just, me, but that's exactly right. Right. And then Wicked says, I saw said video, and if it is the teens, something should have been done instantly by the crew the second they saw the video. You know what? Did you guys hear that her mother only found out from the news or something? Like the dad didn't tell her? That's terrible. Yeah, it breaks my heart too that she almost made out of the family. Wait, what? Where did you see this at? I seen that video, him running back down the hallway. He's carrying Anna back in the room. Is there a video out there we could see? Where do I find that video? Yeah, they do have good cameras, right? No, was a bench bar stick. I don't know what that was for. My daughters are in their 40s, and we all have 360. Oh my God, Darlene. God punished me on this one. Real quick story. Everybody in my classes, like I'm a professor, so all my students are young adults, and all of their parents have it, and they're like, "What? You don't have it with your kids?" And I'm like, "No." No, I don't want to know where. I don't know. I don't want them to know where I'm at, right? So I'm not even thinking of, because this is my thing. I pay for their Apple phone, so I already have their location. You know what I mean? Do I really need to do the 360? Because then I'm like, now I'm opening Pandora's box because now they can follow me, da-da-da-da-da. Needless to say, the whole family follows each other now, and I can't take it. It's annoying. I'm like, really? Do you have to know where I'm at? I don't get it. It was an armbar that took her out. Wait, what? Oh, like that? Oh, that's so sad. Stella, that's so sad. And then we have Shelley says, well, this evidence pretty much simplifies the case and who to charge. I agree with that, right? And then we have Maggie says, someone said they're not sure they are married or if they're living together. That's interesting because I did see one or two reports that said they weren't sure too. And then I saw reports saying that they were married. But then if you look at the court documents where it says Chantel Hudson that I showed you guys, I already clicked out of it or I'd go back on it. But where it had her on there as Chantel Hudson, it said that he's still filing for dissolution of marriage as of 2 days ago. So in my opinion, that says to me that she's still married to him. I don't know. That's just my opinion at this point. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for coming in. In the autopsy stated that he had her in a chokehold. That's terrible, right? Oh, the mother's last name is Donahue. Did you cover that? All right, just got here. Anna's biological uncle / mother's side last name is Donahue. So for Anna's mom, I had the name Heather Wright, but I'm going to write that down because I did not cover that for your mind, but I'm going to write that down. Oh, yes, I think I know what you're talking about. I do. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, my God, free your mind. I have the best memory in the world, you guys. The things are down. I already closed them out, but free your mind. Please tell me if this is what you're talking about. I just showed that whole thing, you guys. Danielle, remember when I showed you Danielle? I think Danielle's last name was Donahue. That was the mother of Tabitha, right? Or no, that's Anna's biological mother's side. You guys, there's so many connections here. I can't take it. I need to do more. So just scratch that because that's confusing. So tell me what you know about that, and I'll see if it in the autopsy, the chokehold. Oh, good. The boat's given the FBI everything they need. Isn't strangulation an odd form and personal form of unalived? Oh, absolutely, Addie, 1,000%. And not only that, it takes so long for it to occur. It's daunting even thinking about it. He could have punched her to knock her out. She was trying to fight him off. I'm sure she was. It's terrible. You saw it on another channel too? What is my email? Kelly Dime. It is my name at gmail.com. So Jaime Vona, JAIMEVONA at gmail.com. I would love to see it. Coca-Cola, but why to silence her is the big question. That is a good question. The FBI should have given him a blood test to see if he had alcohol in the system. I think they did. I thought that he didn't. Oh, the video is an AI fake. Evidence has not been released. Okay, you guys. That would be terrible if there's a fake out there. And I'm sure there is. Yeah, I come to find that out after, right, Cindy? Let me tell you what happened there. So I come to find this out after, but now that I already had it, you can't go back because your kids and husband are assholes, and they have to know where you're at now because now they're like, oh, well, you turning it off for? So I'm like, I don't know. I just didn't want it on. What the hell? I don't want to know where you are either, to be honest with you. Not you, like them. Like, I don't get it. Why do we have to know where each other are? But guess what? I have to be honest with you. If I didn't have it now, I probably would miss it. So part of me is just joking. Oh, I'm glad the algorithm suggested my channel too, Critter Watcher. Welcome. Welcome, you guys. I love you guys. This is great. Look at you go, Dr. Vona. Thank you, guys. I can't believe there's almost 400 people in here. This is crazy. Okay, the little brother and stepbrother had bunk beds, and the girl had a bed to herself. So this is the thing. So what other people were saying was, since they were able to get 2 rooms, should they have had the stepmom stay with the daughter and then the dad stay with the boys and then meet up? I understand that the stepmom and the dad might want to like hang out and stuff. It's their vacation too. But in that situation, you have a 16-year-old boy who, from all accounts, from what we've heard, and I have to, find more documents to see that it's true. But there is a document that I do remember reading. I don't know if it's one of the ones I printed out, but there was a document where like this boy was arguing with the stepdad and the dad, I think it was. Could that be right? If anybody knows, let me know. But and that he had like violent outbursts in the past. So my thing is, I feel like they could have protected her a little bit better, right? Yes, don't forget to smash the like, you guys. Please hit like, please, please, please. It's the only way my channel is going to grow. I don't have that many subscribers yet. So hopefully you guys could subscribe too. I'd appreciate it. Does he get the DP? Ooh, or a decade in juvie. I don't think he's getting a decade in juvie. So I think about the Mackenzie Shirley case. And I also think about my best friend, Mike, that was killed when we were 29. And the 4 guys that killed him, 3 of them were underage. So one was 18, one was 17, one was 16, and one was 15. Go figure, right? But the 15 and 16-year-old were tried, and 17-year-old, they were all tried as adults. So I don't know how that's going to work out. And his dad, but they also had priors. They were all coming out of jail on like SA charges and stuff. So it was like, I don't know if that played into it. And his dad is referred to as Chantel's paramour in the court docs. I did notice that, which makes me think that that they're not married. You share your location on the phone to make sure you're safe. I do too. I'm just joking around. Part of me just jokes. I did at first. I was a little bit reluctant at first, but now that I have it, I'm like, I get it. Such a sad, senseless crime for sure. Good question. Life in prison or what? I don't know, since there may be different laws. Florida does. Well, let me tell you, not only do they have it, Scandia Swan, but if you guys remember, Stephen Stearns, they were going for the DP with child SA charges. So they have the DP for not just homicide, but also for SA charges. So that's interesting too. So I don't know. He could possibly face it. I'm not sure. Let's see. Do you know if Anna's dad and Chantel are actually married? So Maggie, I don't know. I'm going to say no, because in the court document that I just showed you guys, that it says that he and her and the ex-husband, or the husband, I think still, the one with the last name Hudson, that there was still a motion for dissolution of marriage as of 2 days ago. So I don't think so. Oh, Shelley, if he only got juvenile incarceration for 2 years, that would be horrifying. Oh my God. Imagine that. So let's see what else we have. Yeah, that video wasn't verified. All right, let's see what else we have. Ellie recovered surveillance from the cruise showing Anna with a suspect, and that they're reviewing thousands of hours, but they haven't released any. Thank you, Harlot. So Harlot, my fabulous mod, says that Fox reported that they did recover their surveillance, but they haven't released any yet. So thank you for letting us know that. So, Sir Nice, I think that's what people are saying that they found is an AI-generated video, and that Ellie actually said that they haven't released any videos yet, but that they are looking at thousands of hours. Uncle's last name is Donahue. That did an interview about what happened to Anna. His last name is Donahue, also named in a criminal complaint against Anna's dad. You guys, I'm telling you, oh my God, the name, this is going to bother me. Hold on. Let me see. What was the name of the woman? It's right here. Hang on, let me just look. Yes, look at this. Oh my God, you guys, I can't make this up. Look, Christine Denise Donahue. You guys, so not only is it, did you say it's Anna's uncle on the mother's side? Because Christine Donahue is the mother of the person that charged the dad with SA years ago in 2008, but that it's reported that that was lifted. So let me just show you guys this again for people that just came in, this part.
But it showed a relation.
This is Fugitive TV, everybody. Go subscribe to Fugitive TV.
To Christina Donahue. And I was like, wow, Christina Donahue is the one who tried to put the charge on him in the first place.
Him being the dad, so him being Anna's dad. And this is back in 2008.
Who is supposedly the young girl's mom, who was 15. I was like, why is she showing up as a relation to him, first of all? So then I started looking and looking and looking and looking and looking, right? And then if you go to under relatives, you have right here, Tabitha Lynn Harper. That is his ex-wife.
Wait, it says Harper, but it has all these other Donahues. What was the name of the person that you just said before about his last name is Donahue. Does anybody know his first name? Let me see if anybody, or did we just say that his last name is Donahue? Somebody let me know in chat if that was just his last name. He'll be likely tried as an adult. Okay, says Cindy. It's the FBI. So not state and federal doesn't have a juvenile system. Oh, good point. Chantel still uses the name Hudson, not Kepner. Are they married? No, I don't think they are. If she's still using Hudson, then I'm like almost positive that she's still Hudson. It's one room for 5. All right, let me put this up. It's one room for 5. That's why everyone is going nuts, because how do you come back from a room and don't check on the kids? Exactly. Then we have Ramona saying, I'm wondering if her real brother knew something was happening in the room. Why didn't he go get help or help her? Or maybe he was being threatened from the stepbrother. So he might have been threatened, but he might have also thought, like, you know how like brothers can be rough with each other and stuff. So he might have just thought that he was being like an a-hole at the moment. And he probably thought nothing of it, but I guarantee you it's going to haunt him now forever, unfortunately. They claim he didn't turn on the lights. That's right. Her mom had to wear a disguise to her funeral. Oh. Her brother not back from dinner yet and did not know his sister was under the bed and went to sleep. Isn't that horrible, Shelley? Oh, Wendy came from the DT show. Oh, I love you. You guys, there's 450 people in here. This is amazing. This is the most I've ever had in my live. So thank you all for being here. The parents said we came back to the room and didn't turn on the lights. The problem with that is the damn Christmas lights is that they were in separate rooms, you know? Oh, and then Coca-Cola says, I think Stearns took a plea deal to avoid it. He did. I do too. There's so much misinformation in this feed. Do you know people? Wait, in this feed? There's not misinformation in this feed. Let me put this up real quick. Where's your picture at? Number 1. There's not misinformation in this feed because everything I read so far tonight was a court document. So we're going to hide that because that's just not true. You guys, there's not misinformation in this feed. The only thing that I didn't know of was when I tried to make the connection here, but he's showing us right here, Fugitive TV is. This is another court document webpage. So I did not go on this webpage, and I did tell everybody that in the beginning to check this part myself. So, you know, we should look into that, but that was just that one little connection. But everything else I read here tonight was a court document, just so everyone knows. And I do have one more, so let me go to that real quick. I have one more, and then I'll wrap stuff up. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Please go like, subscribe, share, do all the things. So, okay, so this was the last thing I had. So this is the Circuit Court of 8th Judicial Circuit and Brevard County, Florida. So none of this is misinformation, you guys. This is all coming from court documents. So this is petition for dissolution of marriage. And this is for Tabitha against Christopher. So this was just, I looked this over. This wasn't anything big. It just says, it shows like where the children reside, which I probably should just go right past that. Let's see what else it says. It says at the time there's an ongoing investigation. The petitioner is without knowledge of whether the case has been opened involving that investigation. They're seeking an order establishing a parenting and time-sharing plan, which would allow the children to reside solely or primarily with the petitioner, and which would allow the respondent to spend substantial supervised time with the child, both temporarily and permanently. The petitioner, wait, which one's the petitioner? This is, so the petitioner is Tabitha. Okay, so Tabitha is that here. So then we have, it says that it's in the children's best interest that they have contact with both parents. The petitioner is seeking an order establishing sharing between the parents, but which grants the petitioner majority time sharing and that contact with the respondent be supervised. So why do you guys think that they were supervised? Well, one of the things, well, here we go. The respondent has a history of physical and mental abuse towards the minor children and towards the petitioner. So now they're talking about Anna's dad. It would be detrimental to the children to have unsupervised time sharing with the respondent. The respondent has a history of abuse towards minor children and towards a petitioner. It would be detrimental to the children for the parties to have shared parental responsibility. Therefore, the petitioner is seeking sole parental responsibility. The petitioner is seeking an order establishing child support in accordance with the child support guidelines and the time-sharing plan for temporary and permanent and retroactive to the date of filing of this petition. The petitioner is requesting that the court issue an order which entitles her to declare the minor children as dependents on her federal income tax every year, both temporarily and permanent. The petitioner is requesting that the respondent furnish life insurance as security for the payment of child support, both temporarily and permanently. The petitioner respectfully requests that the court enter an order allocating the responsibility of the parties regarding the health and hospitalization insurance for the child, both temporary and permanent, including any applicable premiums, deductibles, and uncovered expenses for the child's medical, dental, orthodontic, pharmaceutical, psychiatric, psychological, and optical expenses, both temporarily and permanent. The parties have obtained certain aspects and have incurred certain debts and liabilities during the course of their marriage, which should be equitably distributed amongst the parties in accordance with the provision and applicable to law. And it should take into consideration any dispensation of aspects, the right to any appreciation or enhancement in value of non-marital property, and the right to unequal distribution if justified by the facts of the case as developed through discovery. So then the next one is the parties own a marital property with the street address and legal description that I'm going to go past, that they were there for the duration of the marriage. The contribution of each party to the marriage serves to render homemaking, childcare, education, and career building of the other party. So it says that their responsibilities to the children will be in common, the tax treatment and consequences. Thor, come here. What are you barking at? 1 second, you guys. Okay. So let me finish reading this. My husband doesn't feel good and he needs ginger ale, and hopefully my daughter goes and gets it. I'm going to read this and then I'm going to wrap it up so I can go help him too. The petitioner has the need and the respondent has the commensurate ability to contribute to the petitioner support as a result of the length of the marriage, disparity in the parties' incomes and earning potentials, established standard of living, and financial resources available to the parties. The petitioner needs and seeks alimony, including permanent, periodic, durational, rehabilitative, bridge the gap, and or lump sum. Wow. The petitioner currently has exclusive use and possession of a vehicle and is in need of temporary and permanent exclusive use and possession of said vehicle. The respondent currently has executive use of possession of the vehicle and needed the temporary, permanent, exclusive use and possession of said vehicle. A notice of Social Security number for the, oh wait, let's keep going. I don't want to do that. Let's see, what else does it say? I don't think my husband feels good. I should probably go see if he's okay. But this is just, it's about like, getting back attorney's fees and costs and stuff like that. Hi, Truth. I'm new here and I'm a shy person. Oh, I love you, brothers forever. Oh, I love my brothers forever. My brother forever too. Welcome, and please don't feel that way. You guys, there's almost 500 people in the chat. Please go and subscribe and like and do all the things. She won't do it to my son. What's that? Yeah, one should have married. Oh, I see what you're saying. Hey, you guys. So the dad certainly didn't care what happened to his daughter. He just wanted her mother to have her 3. Oh, so this is the thing. So I think here, this dad, if you guys look back, his very first major, I mean, he had a lot of, like I showed you, he had a lot of like traffic violations and stuff, but then he has that essay that does get dropped, but it's because he allegedly marries her and that's Tabitha. And at the time, she would have been 15 or 16, and he would have been 24. So I don't know about that. Anyway, you guys, this case stinks of monies. Who and how were the cruises paid for? Credit card to pay off life insurance from over international waters. Oh, Carnival Cruise Line has a drinking age of 21. Good to know. Thank you for telling us that. So this is what I want, you guys. I want everyone to please keep coming back and checking in. Hopefully you'll turn your notifications on. Again, my daughter's friends come and help and save the day, not my daughter's. Go figure. It's good that you're here. Shy is okay. Thank you, Wendy. You're right. Shy is okay. You're absolutely right, though. Yeah, right. Yeah, I hear you, right? Does anyone, so what I heard, I don't know if anybody else heard this, but did anyone hear that the kid, the 16-year-old may have confided in the mom, like at the last minute, right before they find her? I did hear that, but I didn't know if that was true or not. That's it, but I'm not going to add any misinformation here. So someone just let me know if that's true, and that's the only thing I'll ask. The stepmom should not have been allowed in this home in the first place. She probably didn't have a place to stay. Maybe that's why she lived a 3-bedroom house. I heard. Okay. Oh, Abby said this is the best live she come across in a long time. That makes my heart like sing. I'm so happy, you guys. I feel so blessed, and I appreciate all of you. So I hope they weren't letting them drink. And so, Harlot, from what I hear, I believe that they said that she had no alcohol or drugs in her system that night at all. So I think that goes against like a lot of people asking about her. Him, I'm not sure if they were able, but they said that according to the videos or something that he wasn't drinking. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I would never hurt her. I loved her is what I picked up from him. They wouldn't have drunk. Okay, I didn't think so either. I think, and it was 21. I mean, I know that you could get drinks and go back to your room, and there could be a kid in there that drinks it, but I don't think drinking is what played a role here. In my opinion, from what I've got so far, there's probably anger, mental illness. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see. But thank you all for joining me tonight. We've been here for almost 2 hours. My husband isn't feeling good. I just heard him get sick. I feel like a bad wife if I don't go check on him. I would feel like the parents that didn't go check on their 18-year-old daughter, right? So I should probably go check on my 47-year-old husband. Thank you guys for coming here. Please, please, please come back. This was amazing. I can't wait to see all of you again. Thank you again. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. Thank you again to Coca-Cola, to Addie, for everybody for being here. Cindy, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. I'll see you next time. Later. Please like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this so that I can continue to bring you content. Thank you so much.